Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is February 25th. Lisa Lydia Scott with you here this morning. 25th.
Yeah.
We talked about March in the forecast here
I know.
already. I want to remind you before we get to Lydia's forecast, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. Love it when you join us live. It stays on your feed, though, throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you or listen to it as a podcast. Just go to inform.com/podcast and look for the Inform Minute.
All right, overall, things much clearer and calmer for us this morning. That comes with cold temperatures.
Cold. It looks nice outside.
Yeah.
It's nice and sunny, but temperatures are still near or below zero this morning. We're right at about zero here in Fargo. Luckily, the wind is back down after kind of a gusty day yesterday, especially yesterday morning. This morning, we still had wind chill values that were in the minus 20s, but even just over the past couple of hours, the wind has settled even more. It's turning around to the south, and we get a nice break from the wind today. 0 to 10 miles an hour. Not bad. Pretty comfy.
Not bad.
Temperatures make it into only the single digits or the teens, so that part's not so comfy, but at least it's only going to feel like those temperatures instead of, tracking a nasty wind chill value all day long. More sun this morning, more clouds this afternoon, chance at a little bit of light snow along and north of Highway 2 tonight. Kind of starting out Devils Lake, Langdon area, and then moving through the Northern Valley, closer to supper time tonight. And then onto the Minnesota side through the rest of the evening toward bedtime in the early overnight hours. Really dry, light snow, nothing very organized. I'm thinking a few tenths to maybe a half inch. Not a big snow whatsoever. And with a lack of wind, it should just float down nicely. That clears out well before tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we'll actually see a decent amount of sun. I think mostly sunny to partly cloudy. West wind, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Noticeable, but not wicked, but pushing in warmer air. So it's one of those days where I'm like, you can't hate on that wind if you want it to be warmer, because that's what's doing it. Temperatures make it up into the 30s to near 40 for tomorrow. Looking at 38 here in Fargo.
Nice.
So some melting weather. Friday, we make it into the 30s by about the middle of the day. Then the wind picks up out of the northwest and starts shoving in colder air. We'll likely go backwards as we head through Friday afternoon into Friday evening, which propels us into a cold weekend. Lots of single digits for Saturday. Temps only getting into the low teens on Sunday. Not like brutal sub-zero, but I mean, it's late February, so that's cold for this time of year. Your average high now in the upper 20s. So cold for the weekend, watching out for a chance at a little bit of light snow late Friday night into Saturday, kind of in a line from like Bismarck into South Dakota, so most of us miss out on that, but I wouldn't be surprised for some of us to get scraped the little light snow on Saturday morning. That moves out, the rest of the weekend looks dry. I've got us quiet until about Tuesday, where we'll watch for a better chance of snow. It's barely Wednesday right now though, so detail lacking, but there's a chance of snow about Tuesday of next week. Next week's temperatures are pretty much close to 30 every day.
That's not bad.
Not bad. A little bit above average. Okay, could be better, could be worse. Little sun, 30 degrees, a March sun angle. We'll melt some snow with that. So not terrible for next week. Just kind of a cold weekend.
Yeah.
All right, that's all. Thanks, guys.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay, we're tracking breaking news this morning. A crash at the intersection of 13th Avenue and University Drive in Fargo. One of the people involved was taken away in an ambulance, but the lights were not on. The crash caused first responders to block off a lane of traffic while they worked the scene. The road is now back open. We're working to find out exactly what happened and the extent of any injuries.
This morning, opening statements will begin in the trial of a Fargo man accused of murdering his friend. Leo Darteau is accused of shooting Samson Blay back in 2024 in a South Fargo apartment. We'll have an update for you on what happens in the courtroom this morning, tonight on our newscast at 6 and 10 o'clock.
A man from the Grand Forks Air Force Base is badly hurt after a crash in Trail County. It happened just after 10 Tuesday morning on Highway 18, about 15 miles south of Mayville. A van driven by a 46-year-old man was headed west when it hit a semi that was going the other way. The 46-year-old man was airlifted to Fargo with serious injuries. The man in the semi was not hurt. The roads were icy at the time of the crash. The official cause is still under investigation.
Police are investigating after a man's body was found inside a burning car in North Fargo. That fire was reported just before 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon on 28th Avenue North near Homeward Animal Shelter. Police say his death does not appear to be suspicious, but an autopsy will be done to identify the man and determine how he died.
A wrongful death lawsuit has been filed against a Bureau of Indian Affairs police officer on the Turtle Mountain Reservation after a man was hit and killed during a chase. Court documents say in April of 2024, 30-year-old Russell Charette Jr. was a passenger in a vehicle involved in a high-speed chase. He either fell or exited the vehicle while it was still moving and was hit by a BIA officer's vehicle. No officers were named in the complaint A court date also has not yet been set. You can read more about the lawsuit right now on our website, inforum.com.
The investigation into explicit Snapchat images involving Davies High School students in Fargo is now over. It was looking into allegations of child sex abuse material that was being circulated among high school students. The AG's office and the Cass County State's Attorney's Office confirmed the investigation is done. However, the results are not clear because of privacy laws when it comes to minors. Drew Wrigley, the AG, has said that more than 50 devices were seized from students as part of the investigation. He said the explicit images that were circulating involved multiple victims from FM schools here in the area and, in some cases, artificial intelligence.
Today, NDSU women welcomed the Jackrabbits to Fargo. If they win, they clinch the conference title outright. We're going to be airing the basketball game live for you tonight, right on WDAY. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock.
And today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, I'm sure he'll talk about that.
Yep.
But also, the first big football recruit of the class of 2027 has made his decision. Moorhead's Tay Rich explains why he chose Minnesota. Plus, we now know who and where the Bison will be playing in the Mountain West this fall. A breakdown of road trips to Hawaii and Las Vegas. Some good destinations on that schedule, I'd say. You can watch Hot Mic live 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com.
And now's a great time to get that Inforum.com subscription, your all-access pass, all these news, weather, sports headlines. Just go to Inforum.com/subscribe to check out the deals.
And be sure to join us for the rest of our newscast today. Next one's at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we're back with First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
Have a great day, everyone.